Greetings, golfers, and welcome to the second episode of Inside the Ropes, a deeply personal journey with Scottie Walnuts. I'm your host, Scottie Walnuts, and it's so exciting to be here. We've got another beautiful course to look at today, Jewel of Jamaica 2K25 by CJWez. CJ designed some of the most grand and stunning golf courses out there, and this one was originally released in PGA 2K23 and has been ported over to 2K25. Make sure when you're checking this one out that you're selecting the right one with 2K25 in the course title. I fell in love with this course right away back in 23, and it ended up hosting some of the biggest matches in our Walnut match play events back then. Jewel of Jamaica has some of the most beautiful colors that you'll see out there on the golf course, and you'll see this right off the bat, as well as some other neat scenes around the course, like the small airport that serves the island, visible at the end of each nine, and there's some other cool spots that we'll stop and check out as well. So we'll read the description submitted to TGC Tours from the designer himself, and he says, Jewel of Jamaica is set on an imaginary island off the coast of Jamaica. The course aims to provide a challenging experience for most players, but an enjoyable one for all. The water is thirsty, and the elevation changes will test your club selection. Par 72, 7,489 yards off the tips. The course includes a mix of tough par 4s, long par 5s, with a sprinkle of drivable par 4s depending on wind conditions. Back-to-back par 3s feature on the 13th and 14th holes. Greens are firm, running at 154 and have been tested at multiple speeds and can be adjusted. Weather is set to clear conditions with a misty haze hovering over the lower areas of the island. 4 pins and tees will change things up for multi-round society play. Players loading up can expect coastal green sites with dreamy views and colorful, well-planted areas. Grab your mates, fly in, and have a round. So that's what CJ has to say about it. And so 4 pin locations, 4 tee sets to choose from, 6,790 being the shortest of the setups, and then the tips just over 7,400 yards. Just a reminder, we're on TGC Tour's Platinum Tour settings for our rounds, which is ledge and swing difficulty with all of the Pro Vision tools disabled, and we use a default golf ball, no boosts there or anything. It should allow for the purest possible experience, and you'll get a sense of how the course plays on the difficulty played by the best players in the world. If you enjoy the showcase, remember to smash that like and subscribe button, and leave a comment to let me know what you think of the course and the round. Alright, so here we are, Jewel of Jamaica, 2K25. We're playing the tips, pin 3, medium wind to the south, and all default conditions, which is firm, firm, and fast. This is a beautiful golf course. I've been looking forward to this one. You can see it right off the first tee. It doesn't take long to understand the kind of golf course that you're stepping onto, the color. Beautiful green site. Nice bridge. Tiger Rocket would love this golf course. Just a beautiful bridge. Beautiful colors. Tricky, though, off the tee here. 433 yards. Gotta be a bit careful with it. 70 feet from tee to green downhill. Don't let its beauty deceive you. It's a very, very tricky. There are tricky spots on this course, I should say. Not the worst outcome. First cut, we have a bit of green to work with and a bit of backboard. Our draw is kind of not ideal for this, but we can try and maybe work it the other way a little bit. Six iron. Let's give it a whack. Well, we hit 3 of our points, but the one we didn't was a 7.99 off. That's not even an awful leave. This is a tricky hole. This is a very tricky opening hole. Love the sun there. The water. Beautiful. And a tricky save here for par. We're not gonna make it, so we're gonna actually drop a shot here to start the round. Can't let this course's good looks deceive you. She's a harsh mistress. 149 yards on the par 3 here. Another good looking hole. But another one you gotta be pretty careful on. Excuse me. $13 again this time for birdie. This would get our drop shot back right away. White break in time at the end. Curls around the hole there. $346-yard par 4 with just a notch of I mean, there's a temptation there. There's definitely a temptation. There's definitely a temptation. The power drive. Thing is, if it's anything other than perfect up and down, then you find yourself in some trouble. You know what? Let's give it a rip. Let's give it a rip. And we're in Jamaica. We're in Jamaica, for heck's sake. Let's give it a rip. Ooh, who said it? Who said the water was thirsty? Oh, that was CJ himself. The water is thirsty. We just let it drink. I regret nothing. I regret absolutely nothing. We're in Jamaica, for heck's sake. Alright, we kind of still have our bogey in play. Although this here in itself is not really an easy up. 18 feet uphill. Tailwind doesn't really help us. It makes you start thinking about the backboard there. Maybe a lob that uses the backboard. Something crazy like that. Let's give it a shot. Need to hit it harder to really get that backboard effect, but it's not awful. We can save a bogey here. 13 feet. Again, I'm pretty sure we've had 13 feet for each of our first three putts, I think. Interesting. $141 par 3. The gallery out for this one. Just 100, maybe even thousands of people lining this short par 3 to catch a glimpse. Got a nice little fountain in the lagoon there. Got a nice little fountain. Sort of a lagoon type feature. Nice sort of view through there. Little down, stop the bleeding a little. Casual par. Another narrow hole here, 447 yards uphill into the wind. $162 way up the hill and into the wind. Just noticing, love how like the kind of like where the gallery is the grass has been sort of like stamped down or burnt out or whatever, kind of like sometimes depending on what course, but sometimes in IRL. We're in the edge there. That would have been a great birdie. Wasn't meant to be though. We're not on the board yet. We're 2 over. in the first 5 here, but we got a 562-yard par 5. Pretty straight on. It's narrow, but straight on. And it's downhill, and it's with the wind. Just a nice clean tee shot. Even a choked one like that one was is going to get us right on out there. We should have a pretty good look in here, I think. 191. Be a bit strong, but we're right up there. What's up, little man? Appreciate you popping in. Eagle on the par 5 there, I believe. That's the first eagle of the series. First eagle here on Inside the Ropes. On the 6th hole gets us back to even. 401. This is narrow, you know? This is a tight fairway. This is a tight fairway. Not the longest par 4, I guess that, you know, you can play back a little, but even then you're not, you know, getting a lot of extra room here. This is Jewel of Jamaica, little man. We've played this hole diligently, dare I say. We've played this hole diligently. It's not a long one, but it's one that you can get in some trouble in, and you know, we just fairway, wedge. We're actually in red figures for the first time. 499-yard par 4. Tiny bit up the hill. I guess looks like a bit downhill off the tee and then back up the hill on the approach. Fairway gets sort of squeezed right at the landing area there. Not really forgiving enough to consider power drive. I think we just got to try and hit our best driver here. Tiny bit of pull, but all in all, it's a good outcome. Play a choke 6-iron in here. Get up there. I just need another box, and we're probably right up beside the pin. Ball just never came down for me the way I thought it would. So we're going to drop another shot. We're even par. We're even par through 8. You can see the landing strip. You can see that there. Or where small planes can land and take off. And there's just thousands of people lining the fairways, just hoping to catch a glimpse of the action. And down here you can start to see, well, we just did see, but from a different angle. Airport, maybe a couple airport hotels maybe there, something like that. You see a tennis court in the distance. Helicopter landing there. See the lighthouse island out there. We'll have other vantage points as we make the turn as well. Yeah, maybe even coach dusted off the old tennis rackets and like maybe that's who's to say. Got a little they call it the corner shot, a little touch shot at the turn. 149 in on the approach. And we'll call that one adequate. Have fun out there, little man. It's a great course. And that birdie means that we make the turn under par, 1 under par at the turn, and we're going to just pop on into the clubhouse, and we'll be teeing off in just a second. Ready to rock on the 10th here, 546 yard par 5. I would say there is power drive temptation in this case. I would say that. There are risks, particularly on this right-hand side. That's going to work out just fine. That's going to work out just fine. $218 in on the par 5. Going to be a tough one to stop with a long iron, but got a green to work with. I wouldn't say it's quite nestled in there, but considering the green is moving like front to back from the, I would say that 25 feet is solid there. We'll take that one. And we're looking at an eagle now. That's our second of the round. We've had some bogeys. We've also had two eagles. Episode 1, it was consistent. It was all pars and birdies for the whole 18 holes. Here in episode 2, we've got bogeys, we've got eagles, multiple of both. The jewel is a whole other creature. Huge crowds, massive galleries. On the topic of course requests, little man, there is a tab in the Discord called Course Showcase Requests, and if you want a course to be looked at for possible inclusion on the show, that's where you'd want to pop it. All right, and around that we were 2 over par, we're now 4 under. And the approach to this, or this green location is one of the most stunning that you'll see out there. It's got a beautiful bridge. It's actually got 2 beautiful bridges when you look at it. There's 2 beautiful bridges, and but again, you can't be seduced because it's a 639-yard par 5. In this case, it's pretty much right into the wind, and you can enjoy the scenery, but you got to remember there's a very difficult golf hole ahead of you with thousands of people lining the fairways. Can't be too torn up about running into the rough there. This is a three-shotter. Into the wind, at least it's a three-shotter. There's probably with some tailwind, or there probably is a method to get home, but not today. Certainly not now that we're in the rough. Take a nice little layup here, though. Hopefully this holds the fairway. Yeah. And again, we can just take another look and appreciate from a bit closer the beauty of this golf hole. Airplane flying overhead there. Maybe taking Rick back to Arizona. Nice little run to open the back nine here. Eagle birdie birdie. Finding our stride after a slow start. 220 yards uphill. That's a tough shot. The tailwind doesn't really help there. That's a scenario where you want to try. Well, you have to try to reduce the ball speed for the softest possible landing, but with a tailwind, it's just not possible. Or it at least makes it quite a bit more difficult. Maybe need another roll and a half, and we would have had that, but we'll take the par. Tough par 3. Back-to-back par 3s. This was mentioned in the description by the designer. This one shorter, but you got to be careful with it, especially this downhill tailwind could really get away from you. Back pin, water is not that far off. Can't convert the birdie, but we will make the par. 501 yard par 4. Dog leg left. A tight landing area. Another tough hole here. We hit our spot off the tee here at least. That should give us a look in. 9-iron. And we'll say that's adequate. 8 feet to convert it. Hey, welcome back, Troy. You'll see it on Sunday. You'll see it on Sunday. Or at the very least, it will be available for you on Sunday. Appreciate you coming back in here, though. Oh, we just made that, eh? I looked down for just a second. And, the ball had disappeared into the hole. That's an eagle. That's a 2 on the par 4. I thought so. That's why I had to check the scorecard, but I wasn't sure because I looked down. Or 403, but it's pretty much like a 90-degree turn there. That's gonna make the actual distance significantly longer here. Love that sailboat on the dock there, sort of out on that island in the distance. Love that. Open on the drive. It's probably going to help us out, actually. Get us closer to the hole. Still 199 in, though, on the par 4. Thousands of people got a good look at that ball rolling up onto the green there, and they're going to have a good look at this putt. 14 feet for birdie on 17. On the low side. Been missing high side until the last couple. End of the 18th. This has been a heck of a round. 18th hole, no less beautiful than any of the other ones we've taken a look at. You can see sort of the clubhouse there. Got the tennis courts in the background. You can see up there. I think that was the 9th hole. Yeah, that was the 9th hole. It's got the tuck shop up there on the sort of on the upper level of the rocky plateau. And then you got the helicopter there, airport. Yeah. $29 in. We're going to have another look at Eagle. Wouldn't this be a heck of a way to cap it off? And it's high side that time. But we'll two-putt for birdie. And on 600 plus yard par fives, you'll generally take that. So that's Jewel of Jamaica, CJWez. One of the most beautiful golf courses out there. Take one quick look at the scorecard. 3 eagles, 3 bogeys. That round was a roller coaster, but lots of fun, and make sure you check that one out. Watching another edition of Inside the Ropes, a deeply personal journey with Scottie Walnuts. If you enjoyed the show, remember to hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment to let me know what you thought about the round. Remember, we're live most evenings on Twitch with golf and sometimes other sport and story games, and we film these episodes in front of a live studio audience on Twitch every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Link in the description. TM high, and let 'em fly.